On the guard. Attention. Forward. March. March time. March. Team. Left. Please. Ceremonial salute.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed.
Thank you. It was beautiful. Thank you all for being here today. Today is National Law Enforcement Memorial Day. I would like to thank all of you for being here, as well as our dignitaries, Senator Mark Baisley, Representative Bob Marshall, Chief Kirk Wilson, former Commissioner Laura Thomas, former Sheriff Mike Akery, former Sheriff Steve Zotos, of course, Commissioner Abe Layden and District Attorney George Brockler. This is a day to honor the brave men and women who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the service to their community. It's a day when we speak their names remember their work, and vow that their legacy will never fade. Here in Douglas County, we are blessed with a community that supports their law enforcement. And yet, we have not been immune to the heartbreak. We have lost some of our finest. Today, I would like to reflect on 4 of our own. 4 men who have served with courage, compassion, and a deep love for the Douglas County community. Sergeant Wayne Bryant began his service with the Douglas County Sheriff's Office in 1972 as part of an elite force of special deputies. He was a leader from the start, quickly rising to the rank of patrol sergeant. Wayne was known for his calm demeanor, professionalism, and devotion to duty. In 1978, he died of a heart attack while on duty, just 1 year after becoming a full-time deputy. He was 45 years old. He left behind a wife and 3 kids. Though it's been many years since his passing, his dedication still inspire us who follow in his footsteps. My friend and a mentor when I was a teenager, Deputy Ronald M. King. Ron served this community with his heart and soul. His journey in law enforcement took him from Meeker to Routt County to the Colorado State Patrol before he found his home with us in Douglas County in 1989. Whether he was out on patrol, teaching kids through the DARE program, or improving safety on our roads as a motor officer, Ron's work was always marked by his compassion and excellence. On May 21st, 1999, Ron was tragically killed in a crash caused by an impaired driver while on motor patrol. His partner, Deputy Chris Washburn, was critically injured, but Chris survived. Ron left behind a loving partner, Marlene, and 4 daughters who were his whole world. Ron's legacy lives on, not only through his family, but through the Ronald M. King Community Service Awards, which continue to recognize those who make a difference in the lives of the youth of our community. Deputy Zach Parrish III. Zach was one of my patrol deputies when I was a captain. Zach was the embodiment of what it means to be a public servant, a man of deep conviction, of deep faith, boundless energy, and endless compassion. Zach's enthusiasm was contagious. He served first with the Castle Rock Police Department before joining the Douglas County Sheriff's Office in 2017. Zach was a force, driven to lead, always seeking a connection with those that he came in contact with. On December 31st, 2017, Zach was shot and killed in the line of duty while responding to a disturbance. He was just 29 years old. He left behind his wife, Gracie, and their 2 young daughters. The pain of Zach's loss is still very fresh with our agency, but so too is the inspiration that he gave to all of us. His legacy continues through every officer that he worked with, every friend that he uplifted, and every citizen that he protected. This agency in our community was forever changed on that cold December morning. And finally, we remember everyone's friend, including the bad guys that he arrested, Detective Joe Pollock, a man whose service spanned decades. Joe spent 20 years with the NYPD, retiring only to continue his life of service here in Douglas County. On 9/11, while on his way to Colorado, Joe turned back. He turned around and went back to New York to dig through the rubble, to find survivors, to help his friends, and to bring closure. Joe unknowingly, or most likely knowing Joe very knowingly, put himself at risk in the aftermath of 9/11 and everyone who survived that attack. That's the kind of man that Joe was. He joined our office in 2002 and spent nearly 2 decades in the investigations division. It's difficult to get into the investigations division, and to stay there for 20 years tells you a lot about Joe and his work ethic. His instincts were unmatched. His dedication never wavered. Joe contracted COVID-19 in the line of duty and passed away in December of 2021. He is survived by his loving wife, Eva, and 3 children who are here today. Joe's work, including his involvement in the STEM school shooting, helped bring justice and healing to our grieving community. Each one of these men, Wayne, Ron, Zach, and Joe, wore the badge with pride and lived lives of honor and sacrifice. Their stories are woven into the very fabric of our agency in this community. Their service reminds us of the risks that we accept when we take the oath, but also the incredible power that we hold to make a difference in the lives of the community that we serve. To the families that are here today, there are no words that can truly capture your loss or what we feel. But please know this, your loved ones will never be forgotten. Their names are etched not only on this memorial, but in our hearts. And we carry their memories with us every day that we put on this uniform. Let this Memorial Day not only be a moment of mourning, but a call to continue their legacy with integrity, with resolve, and with the love for the communities that we serve. Let it also be a reminder of what it means to wear the badge and the risks that our law enforcement officers face every single day that they serve and protect communities throughout this nation. Thank you. God bless all our fallen heroes and their families, and may God bless Douglas County. And now I would like to introduce the 23rd Judicial District District Attorney and my friend, George Brockler.
It's an honor. You can see why they substituted me out for Amazing Grace. I was supposed to do it, but this thing happened. It's an honor to get to address you. I got to say, it's also a little awkward, and it always is. I talk to groups everywhere, all the time. Juries, public, here, other states, internationally. But I feel a special sense of awe when I speak with you, and frankly, soldiers as well. You know, I'm in this unique position where I run an office of people who are considered law enforcement, but we don't have to take on the risks that you do. I'm kind of caught in a place where I'm both a thankful and adoring citizen of this community for what you do, but also a person who's charged with holding you accountable and to some extent avenging you and getting justice for you when you're hurt or wronged. And that's a unique and awesome position to be in. You know, I've deployed in uniform before, and there's a unique sense of goodbye when you say to your family, I'm going away to a place where people want to do me harm, and with God's blessing, I'll come back. That's tough. You have a different role, and that role is on a daily basis. You get to be with your families. But on a daily basis, whether they put it somewhere in the back of their minds or not, they have to know that someday, no matter what you do right, you can end up as a name on this wall. That's an awesome thing to sign up for. That's an awesome thing to volunteer for. During the time I've been district attorney, and I mean before, we lost officers in the line of duty. Officers with names like Parrish, Jurcevics, Donahue, Denner, and others. And I can't tell you what an awesome responsibility you feel to try to bring justice to things where there can be no justice. And in some cases, where we couldn't send someone to incarceration, they ended up being sent to hell. There is no way to express thanks from my office. When you do great, we do great. When you don't do great, we're going to blame you, honestly, for the things that don't go well. Ron gets it. Ron's been there. You're actually responsible, Ron, for a lot of this. So I just want to say that as long as I get to be a part of this team, and I just want to thank you for all that you do for us, not just as the district attorney, but as a member of this community. I also want to say this too, and I don't want this to sound political because I don't think it is. You're in a special place. You look around you and you see others who have sworn to do the same job that you've done in a place that doesn't support them the way you're supported. Embrace that. Earn that. Here you are valued. Here you are seen, and here by God you are loved. And my hope is for the following years, on this day when we come out here to do this special thing, there are no more names to add to that wall. And I want to see you guys all here. And I want to see this community group grow bigger and bigger. What you do matters. And I'm just honored to be able to address you on this special day to honor those who've given it all up for our protection. Thank you for keeping us safe. Thank you for standing between us and all that is bad. I appreciate it. Thank you. At this point, I turn it over to the President of the United States. I don't know if that's true. I just made that up. Oh, there's the sheriff right behind me. Thank you.
Now I'd like to welcome up the chair of the Douglas County Board of County Commissioners, Commissioner Abe Layden.
Good morning, everyone. 4 words define our way of life in Douglas County: health, prosperity, safety, and sacrifice. We gathered today not in celebration, but in solemn remembrance of men and women who stood between danger and the innocent, between chaos and order, between fear and freedom. Because of their courage, ours is the healthiest county in Colorado, the most prosperous, the safest. But none of that came without a cost. These officers did not ask to be heroes, but when duty called, they answered, knowing the risk, yet choosing to serve anyway. Their lives were the shield that guarded our peace. Let us never forget them. Let us live lives worthy of their sacrifice, and let us always honor the badge and the brave hearts who wore it. God bless the fallen, God bless their families, and God bless the men and women in blue who protect us still. Thank you.
That concludes our service today. I would like to invite the former sheriffs, as well as the families of the fallen, into the sheriff's office and come up to the sheriff's conference room. We'd like to have a gathering with you and talk about the loved ones that we have lost. I want to thank all of you for being here today to show that the memories of the fallen are not forgotten, as well as to recognize the risks that our law enforcement men and women put themselves in every single day to serve and protect their communities. It says a lot about an individual who's willing to take an oath to protect the lives of the people that they have never met, and that they are willing to lay down their lives in service to their community. They can never be forgotten. God bless you all, and thank you for being here.